Good morning. I'm at Midway Airport. Look at this lot. It is so empty, I can barely believe it. That's how empty the airport lot is. It's my first time flying in several weeks, and even the Chicago streets right through downtown got through with a breeze. It's going to be interesting to see what flying is like. Here's a check-in. Man, you can shoot a cannon off in this place. I'll tell you, getting to the gate's gonna be a breeze. I really didn't know what to expect, but it wasn't this. I didn't think it would be a ghost town. This is going to be an interesting trip. Baggage claims are completely empty. And look how they have social distancing X's on the floor. They confiscated my shaving cream. I usually have the smaller bottles. I don't usually put it in my check bag, so, oh, no big deal. It's about $1, right? So this is what we're dealing with. Everything is closed. All of the restaurants. It says some restaurants in Concourse A are still open. But I'm not hungry. Nevertheless, it is interesting how quiet it is here today. The Sundry store is open, Chicago News. So that's interesting. But none of the food places are open. I'm at the gate, very quiet. Interestingly enough, TSA was actually kind of slow. They didn't appear to have every station open. I don't know, I don't fly out of Midway frequently. So, matter of fact, this might be my very first time. So I don't know what it's usually like. They did have part of the line, not the entire line, only when you got to the end or the beginning, depending how you look at it. Did they have the social distancing X's on the ground? They didn't have the TSA pre-check open, but they did give you the little card. If you've ever done that, sometimes at the smaller airports, they have cards that just say you can keep your shoes on. That was about the only benefit to pre-check here this morning. Other than that, we're going to find out more when we board. And since this is Southwest, they have the boarding posts. That's usually where we line up. I don't know how they will do it today. We'll find out. So you can build an airplane and you can have a tag and you can earn your wings.
Feel free to take one.
Some interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. A game book? Wow. Very neat. Look at that. I can have my own 737.
There is some hot items over in the ACON course, but just be mindful of your boarding time. You usually start boarding about 30 minutes prior, so if you're going to do any of that, make sure that you get that taken care of before we start our boarding.
These roads are cordoned off. I have to say, this is the cleanest I have ever seen an airplane. This plane looks spotless. It is really clean. I can kind of smell sanitizer. Look at this. I don't even see a crumb. Looks like a new plane. The plane is about half full. 73 people. And once again, quite empty here in Florida. So that really is the biggest change. So few people. A lot of stores and restaurants are closed. They intentionally space people out on the plane. No service. But aside from that, flying is flying. And it's a lot cleaner. I'm not seeing as many people wearing the masks here in Florida as I saw in Chicago. I'm noticing the people who are arriving, mostly from Chicago, are wearing the masks, but people who are departing are not. Going through Chicago was surprisingly quiet. A lot of times I don't like to drive on 94 because it takes you so close to downtown. But there was traffic, but it wasn't a lot of traffic. It didn't really slow down ever lower than 55, I don't think. You saw when I got to the airport parking was very minimal. They did say call them when I get back because they're not doing routine pickups for the parking lot. Those are quite a bit of differences. Now, TSA was kind of a long wait, but not necessarily a long line. I think it was more just because they probably limited the number of officers that they had. Now, one thing I'm noticing really different from Chicago to down here in Illinois is that about 90% of the people in Chicago were wearing masks. And it's almost flip-flopped here. Probably 90% or more are not wearing masks. So that just kind of shows me the different mindset in different parts of the country. As things start to open up, restaurants are having indoor seating. I did eat inside a restaurant for the first time in 2 months down here in Florida. So quite a few differences. Flying on the plane, the biggest difference was simply fewer people. It was nice. I had a row all to myself. I think you could see that in the video, but that was sure nice. Comfortable, relaxing. No service, no food or drink. And I suspect that's more about cost savings because they could very easily have had us all grab a bottle of water or soda or grab a snack when we came in, and they chose not to do that. So there's no way they're making money with those few people. The flights were relatively inexpensive. So that's kind of my interpretation, my guess. I hope you enjoyed our trip. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, click my face in the corner to subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell icon. That way you'll know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Mark, and this is the Average Me channel.